Okay, let's start. Let's see. What side are you?
Right side.
Red side. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so can you explain me the concept?
What?
Okay, so can you explain me like your picks? Like for example, the two first picks. Can you explain me why you?
I mean, we just saw Kaiser, so it's probably full dive already, and so we just go Zaya into that. With
Okay.
so.
All right.
Okay, can I... One second, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Let me watch the stream because it's not opening, sorry.
That's fine. Let me know it's when you're having it.
Yeah, okay, now I'm on.
Right. So the question
Right, so
was why Zaya into Keisa
okay, so
and Zinza.
basically okay, so first play they picked Kaisa.
Mm-hmm.
We go Zaya because he's a good is quite good against Kaisa.
Mm-hmm.
If we pair it our mind was if we pair it with Alistar later on, depending on the bounce. We basically made a tiny small mistake, but I will tell you as we go through the draft. And then second we picked Xinjiao as a jungler, you know, good in meta at the moment. Neutral pick, can engage, and etc. Jarvan was also on our mind, but Extract didn't want to play Jarvan, and we went Xinjiao instead.
Okay, so on the option that Jarvan is neutral, I would say that Jarvan is more skewed into engage, right?
Yeah, no, it's Jarvan is not neutral. Xinjiao is neutral, but we
Yeah.
also thought about Jarvan.
Okay, so if you see Kaisa and you think that they're gonna full engage and you pick Jarvan,
Yeah.
then you're not playing into, you're not drafting into like what you think is gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah. We
Okay, that's
went
not.
Zaya for good disengage
Yep, and
because
Zinzao
of
is
rule,
good as engage
and
as well. Yeah.
Xinjiao is also, yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so that's good, right? That's a very good way of reacting. There is an issue though with Zaya and Zinzao. You okay? So let's say that you're the enemy instead. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as the enemy, and you see this, what do you think?
Probably going poke.
You're
But I'm not
probably
sure.
going
Maybe
to
to split or split. Either split.
what you're trying to do.
No, what they are trying to do. I'm talking about them.
Oh, you okay? So I'm saying like if you are this team, what do you think they are doing?
If we're the team, what we see is they're trying to disengage the engage we're starting off, I
Okay,
guess.
all right. So what do you do if that's the case?
So if that's the case, if they go for disengage, we have to go for poke, and they
Okay.
did well for going away, let's say, but not so much about Volibear. I'm
Okay.
not sure. What
Here
was
is
that
my
one?
question: is Keisa good at poking?
Not
She's
If
not.
she does AP, she's good.
Yes.
If she's not,
So
no.
here is the issue about how you drafted. The concept is good that you instantly wanted to counter her. The issue about this is that's too obvious the way you did it. Because now, if let's say that I'm the enemy team and I see Zaya Zinzao, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going full all in into Siege. Like I play as Keisa was AP, and then I go Jace. So like I go Jace here, and you don't know if he's a top laner or a mid laner yet, right? And I go as a jungler, like I don't know, what is a good jungler for?
Nidalee might be good.
Yeah, but I mean Nidalee, so it's so difficult to play. But okay, let's just for the argument say Nidalee. But Nidalee is very difficult to play. All right, that's probably not how you write Nidalee. Nida. That's good. Okay. So now you have the issue where you already kind of committed into protect. Like Zaya cannot really do much more.
I mean, at that point, if we were actually thinking about it as well, at that point, if they do pick Chase and Nidalee, we just go full engage, right?
Okay. Can you give me an example?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we wanted to pair first of all Alistar with Zaya, because it's good also in disengage but also in engaging. And also good peeling and etc. But if the enemies went full poke, I would probably assume going something with
Like maybe Oriana
main
mid, and then we pick
engage.
Alistar and Malphite as well.
But there is one thing you need to understand is that even if you pick full engage here, they can just pick full disengage there.
Yeah, Renata.
Yeah, Renata is good. Like they could, Ornn is decent. It could like I don't know. It could be what is. It could be Nami. It could be anything, right? Anything that really disengages. And then you cannot engage and you cannot do anything because you decided your comp at the first 2 picks. Especially that jungler is usually the role that is very good at engaging. Instead of having Zinzao, imagine you have like a Sejuani or Jarvan. That's not the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So this is the issue I have, right? So I think if you're planning to play Zaya as a counter to what they're playing, you cannot place it. You cannot pick it in R1 or even R2, right? You can maybe use it on R3 when you saw more of the champions, but this is like Kesa is not a full life comp, right? It's
I mean, it can be poke as well.
yeah, it's an
Going into
ADC.
the
It's just like it can be like even Kesa can be playing protect, right? She is not she is very good at attack. She is not bad in other comps. Like she's also good at catch, right?
Yeah.
Like she can do a shit ton. So you cannot just assume that they're gonna all in on attack as soon as you see Kesa. Even though I'm pretty happy about how drafted, right? So that's good to see this. That you see that you're conscious about what they're trying to do and you're reacting to it. So that's pretty good. Now you need to learn to conceal what you're doing. Okay?
Yeah, so not be too obvious, yeah.
Yep, exactly. So probably what you would be doing here is Zinzao is a good pick, but now maybe you just swap those picks, right? You just don't pick ADC yet. That's fine. You don't have to pick ADC even if you picked ADC. And by the way, this can be mid lane, even though that's not like done anymore too much. But like, okay, now let's say that you have like Zaya and you have Zinzao and Maokai, right?
Yeah, Mark is actually good as well. It can go top or sport. It's
Like
still
it can
flexible.
go support top. It can hard engage if you want. It's
And it can also
decent at
disengage with
protecting. Like it's fine. It's not the best, but it's fine, right? You can also go Azir, right? Can even do Azir Poppy. That is very good combo, right?
Yep.
And then like they cannot really all in on poke because they don't know what you're trying to do. Well, Zaya is like very obvious. Right? Okay. And then Hui wants the team to be engaging on them. Hui wants to receive engages. Okay, he's like the strongest mage when it comes to receiving engages because it just blows everyone up when he gets in range. It just puts AoE on the ground and you just run into it and all die. So at this point, their comp is not clear of what they want to be doing, and your comp is
Yeah, obvious. It's obvious what you're doing.
actually, yeah, I mean, yes, it's obvious that you want to protect, and Syndra is like general purpose, right? So you're more skewed into protect, right? That's protect.
I think
But
this comp
that's,
so far can also work with catch a bit with Syndra maybe since
I mean, yeah, but Syndra is the only one that catches, okay, right? I mean, Zinzo maybe, but it's more like a skirmishes comp, right?
yeah.
It's like a bit protect, yeah, and their comp is you don't know, right? Like it's not really hard to engage. It's probably like front to back. Yeah, it's probably front to back.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
Front to back.
I was
it
thinking,
feels like a front to back here.
since they have Kaisa, they will try to come to us and they'll pick some kind of champions like Renata and Ornn. Like it was kind of obvious they will do that.
Well, no, they don't necessarily want to come to you. Like if
And we were
Kaisa
short
goes,
in time to pick
yeah,
Zaya.
that's fine. That's fine. So I'm not saying that's like bad or whatever. I'm just trying to explain to you what could have been a better pick, so
Yeah, yeah.
you have a better idea next time, right? So yes, of course, you never have the time to pick the better pick, right? Every time we look at the draft, it takes like 15 minutes to find out what we should have
Yeah,
taken,
yeah.
right? So you cannot do this in real game, but it's good to know what a good champion would have been, because next time that you see Kaisa, you're like, oh, we talked about this last time. I'm gonna pick Zinzao, Zinzao Sinjar or Zinzao, right? Because you already saw the situation. Anyway, at this point, you're in the banning phase, and you ban Rel and Lulu. So I like the Lulu ban, just because yes, that's probably gonna be a front to back team that you're gonna be playing against, and Rel is it good?
I think it should be Renata ban instead.
That's where we think a better ban had to be Renata.
Okay, so I disagree with the Renata ban, because your comp is mostly protect, which
And
means
Renata
that
is also
yeah, Renata is a protect, so you don't care about Renata. Like yes, she's gonna protect her carry, but you're doing fine as well, right?
The thing is, we as a red side had the first pick on the second round.
Yep.
So we wanted to give the top lane the counter pick on the R5, and we thought R4 has to go a blind pick support, and we thought for Alistar,
or
because it's
Rakan.
good also if the enemy picks Rakan, because the viable picks I think for them was Rakan here and Renata, but I think Alistar is good against Rakan, but it's not that good against Renata, and I thought that maybe we had to ban instead of Renata here, and the bot matchup would have been easier, I think. It was easy, but not necessarily in draft perspective.
Okay, and if they don't pick Renata and then they pick Jana, what do you do?
If they pick Jana after we have picked Alistar,
Yeah.
we go engage top lane with something that counters the enemy top laner that has engage. We all thought about Malphite R5 if they go more disengage.
Do you know that
Because
a
that
full
will work
team
because
protect, how to counter a full team that is all in on disengage is not engage, right?
It's just don't fight them at all and go either split or something like
yes,
that.
but
Yeah.
I don't. The team composition at the moment with till R4 didn't feel like protect at all. This feels more like more like a disengage than protect. It's not so much of protect. Everyone has their. It's not like we're protecting each other. It's each champion has protection on themselves, like Zion Zinjao, but it's not team beneficial. We also have the with Alistar a front to back team fight too. I think at this moment.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, you're right. It's not necessarily a protect, even though it's pretty skewed into protect. Now, if you want to play into front to back, and you take like two big tanks, which I think
Yes.
is the good idea,
Yes.
then why don't you blind a tank in top lane that is very good at blinding, like Sion?
This was one other mistake I wanted to add, and I told all the guys after we finished the draft that we could have taken an R5 on R4, a blind top laner that will work for us very well, and then we countered their support. I also said that. I think the guys remember.
Yeah, but it was already late.
Yeah, it was already late, but at the end of the day, it matters that we thought about it.
Yep. So I think the issue here is that you try to get the counter to top lane.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
While realistically, if they are going front to back, top lane is going to be a tank, and if you're going like front to back as well, you're going tank as well.
Two tanks, yeah.
Yeah. So now the question becomes, what tank do you want? And you can have Sion if you want engage. You can have Ornn if you want scaling. You can have Cassante. That is like more of a general pick, right? But you have like a lot of things that you can be doing. If you think that they are more engaging, Cassante is better than Ornn and Sion because it disengages well. You can have Set that is all in on disengage, right? All in on protect.
I feel like Sion was very good here.
Yep, I think Sion and Ornn are both good. Are both like good picks. If they were more into defense, right? I think like let's say that instead of Volibear they had Nidalee. Their comp is so much into poking and in early game, and if you pick Ornn and they don't end the game at 20 minutes, they lost. Right? But now that they didn't, maybe Sion is good. I don't know, Sion and Ornn, I'm not sure. Regardless. I don't think even Renata is that much of an issue for Istar. Like yes, it's a shit matchup in lane. But that's about it. Right? In team, Alistar can still front to back very well. So I think it's good. But I think Shogat is not ideal. Like instead of like
to be honest, we didn't even know what to pick. It counters a bit torn. It has some poke. It has frontline. It's
well, you
frontline now.
kinda don't. Let's be honest, you kinda don't. Right. That's why Ornn is very good at is very good blind because there is not very many other tanks that is good into Ornn. So let's say I'm looking. So if you look at it, like what Ornn loses against, if we go into Diamond, there is no tank. Maybe Cassante, right? That's about it, right?
Yeah.
But that's a just very good blind pick. That's it. But yeah, the issue about Shogath is Shogath wants to be bullying in lane and wants to be able to win the lane, kinda. and he's like more like a damage dealer that destroys like weaker champions. Like it's not bad against Ornn, it's just even, and that's not like R5 is the biggest and best place to pick a champion, and that makes or break a comp, and you pick a neutral pick, right? That's not bad, but it's not good. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think so. On looking at the comps, that's like kind of front to back comp here, and they are more into. Yeah, no, they are front to back as well. Like it's the two front to backs. So this is 50-50, right? This is a 50-50 game basically, which is not what you want out of draft, right? You want to have the advantage. You don't even
Yeah,
scale
just
better.
skill dependent to that point.
Yeah. So like Hui is getting outscaled by Syndra, and I think this is even. I don't know about this matchup. I think it's even. And Ornn outscales Shogath probably as a team, right? So like that's like +1 here for you and +1 here for them. So it's not even clear who outscales who. So it's like when I see when I see this, I'm like I don't even know what are we supposed to do. Like I don't know what's the win condition here, right? Because it's not defined in your comp. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but I think the win condition is just Syndra, nothing else. Wait for her 2 items and then it's just GG.
Well, I
I don't
disagree.
know.
Because you wait for her like Q upgrade, right? This is like the breaking point makes it Syndra very good. And then you have Ornn coming into line and giving items to everyone and having like 4Ks up in gold over against everyone else.
Yeah, that also makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a bit difficult. You have a bit more. I guess you have a bit better skirmishes than them. Like very like 2v2 is good, right? So like Hui is a very team fight champion, and you have two skirmishes. So you're probably winning the 2v2 in our game. So that's good, right? So about this, like you win. And bot lane is not. I mean, it's not nothing is gonna happen basically. Like you're never killing them, they're never killing you, and that's the same thing for top lane.
The only thing we said and we thought about were the team fights at least, that they are won if me as Syndra gets 2 or even 3 resets on my abilities. That's it.
Yeah, if you get a long fight, you definitely. I mean, the thing is that Hui is good as well into these types of fights, right?
And we also said and thought like, if we get our hands into Hui or Renata or Kaisa, because that's their 3 squishes, let's say. If we instantly get a pick on them on the team fight, we also win the team fight afterwards.
Okay.
Like Ornn is good, I'm not saying it's not, but I think Cho'Gath is a little better when it comes to that point, because he can also peel us, but he also has more damage than Ornn at the moment, and it's more like a zoning champion. They cannot really dive us, because if they come on our backline, Cho'Gath can instantly knock up Silent or ult someone of them, and they are basically dead. And the only one that can dive us practically, it's Kaisa, and I think we had a good a good protection, let's say, there because of him. That's why we picked Cho'Gath basically.
Yeah.
Because he can work like Gwen or even Darius, like in this way of to front to back team fighting. Like uh, they can't really go on our backline.
You could have
If they
taken
do,
Gwen, by the way. That's a good idea, actually. You
yes,
could have played
yes,
Gwen.
yes. Gwen was way better. We thought about it, but I think he wanted to play. I think we said Sion or Cho'Gath here. The guy wanted. That's why we didn't pick Gwen.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so looking at it again, I think Gwen is decent. Even better than the tank, probably.
No, I still think it's just a skill decided this game. Because the
Yeah, but
draft is
okay,
50-50.
let's say that Gwen
It's just like
gets.
when, yeah, it's gonna melt the Roran as well.
Yeah, but it's gonna melt the tanks, and also Hui that is gonna try to destroy the
She can do
backline.
nothing because of the W.
Yep, and you have the Zinzao combo as well, right? I think Gwen was good.
I think that too. We also thought about Ambessa too.
Mbessa cannot be played. Because like if Mbessa goes, like Renata just R and she's 1v5.
Before before.
Oh, at the beginning?
Yeah, before.
Yeah, but again, like it's an attack champion, it's a dive champion. You don't have a dive comp. It's like you're not gonna play Olaf into this, right?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Right. Let's start. I'm pretty sure it's this one, but we'll switch if that's not. Yeah, of course it isn't.
That's not.
Right. Okay, so what's your goal this game?
Okay, so we basically at the beginning, even before the game, we made like a plan. So to try, for me, I invested some time into like the jungle things and everything, and we made a plan to look for the level 3 gank and skip, if possible, some camps. And I looked at the routes of the clearing. So
Okay, that's
basically, the
good.
plan was to manage the wave on the bot side and basically lanes to manage lanes. This whole game,
Yep.
we are blue side, we are red side, we are red side this game.
Oh, you're right side. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Like that was weird. Oh, that's better. Oh, see, yeah, that's exactly what you want to see, right? Do you see the power of getting into this bush now?
Yeah, we see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, that's great. You're off a good start. It's the jungler as well. Like very good. Okay, so you want to be passing bot side and try to prepare the way for it. How do you want to as bot side? Are the bot laners here?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Okay, great. How do you want to play this to prepare the gank?
We wanted to chip the lane behind, so jungle can come to us.
Okay.
We let them
Crash
push.
basically crashed the second wave or third one. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm counting.
so as Alistar against Renata, you basically cannot get the push ever. But if you're looking to make a gank happen in early game, you need to have a sweeper. Because as soon as they're gonna crush the second wave, which they should, and then they are gonna ward and then come back
And
to
that was the
lane,
problem that
and
game.
then you go
Yeah,
Yeah,
here,
they have.
that
right?
was exactly the problem that game you're gonna see.
Yep,
You're gonna see in the gank.
yep. So you cannot do anything, so you can see that's great. They pushed fine, right? They did the two wave crash, and then they are looking to do a third crash, crash on the third or the fourth wave. So that's good, but now, yeah, exactly. She placed the ward. It was very obvious, you know it.
Yeah,
If
and
you
that
had a
there's
sweeper, you just could have swept it.
yeah, and there's my mistake that's gonna be coming soon. It's because I thought they just warded our Tribush and not the River one. If I
Yeah.
knew they're gonna ward it right now, but it was off vision. Yeah, if I knew they warded it, yeah. I shouldn't be looking for or I should be going behind the dragon pit. Yeah, look, I should be going behind the dragon pit if you already looked for it.
Ultimate
I mean, I
gank.
don't think you're seen. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh
You're seen.
yeah, they placed the
Yeah. But that's like something that you would have seen with a sweeper, right? Because like the first ward, it was obvious, so you would have swept it,
Yeah, it was obvious, yeah.
and then the second one, it's a bit less obvious.
It was obvious as well, but I was looking at the time.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see it, but maybe you did. Okay. Then you would have a second sweeper, so you would have just swept it again.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then they
for
are
now-
fully blind, and then they cannot play the game, and then you just freeze this, and then Zinzao goes back to his camps. So I think you skipped like too many camps, right? At this point, Alistar needs to clear the wards, so you just like do your wolves still, and then see if. So now that Alistar removed all the wards, what do? Do
But
they keep going?
Isn't Wave at the perfect position for gank right now? The only problem is
Well,
Alistar
yes.
not having the sweeper.
Okay, so you're right. It's a good position right now. Okay, so now let's say that you do the wolves. How long does it take to take the wolf? Like 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Yeah. So this is when you stop the wolves. Can you still come from the wolves? Is it gonna crash? That it's not gonna be the case.
Still, yeah.
Yep.
You can still make it.
It's gonna give the time to clear the wards, right? It's gonna, and like if they don't, and now you're gonna like move like this and start your gromp and look at the bot lane while Alistar is clearing the ward. So Alistar clear the ward right now, and he's like coming back right now. And now you can see, are they trying to crush the wave or are they respecting? If they're respecting, you just finish your clear while your bot lane is freezing, and then you take the scuttle, and the bot lane is still frozen, and then you can look to do something, right?
Yep, that's right.
Because right now you're kind of flipping the fact that this gank is gonna work. So that's good that you have like a plan and you're trying to execute on it. So that's very good. I have bonus point for this. But I think you could have like been a bit more patient and less force it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Like
Yep,
if
that
you
makes
just
sense, yeah.
if you just cleared and kept in mind I'm looking to gank and you see an opportunity, you just cancel your camp and just
I mean,
go
I should
gank.
just keep farming and looking at it all the time.
Yep.
And I can just stop the camp after I see the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the second thing again is if you have a sweeper, that makes it better
Yeah,
for
if
your.
if I try to do this again, we
Yep.
have to take sweeper and
Well,
support, yeah.
Realistically, there is like not many games when you shouldn't start sweeper level 1, right? So
Personally, me, I don't like it to start it on the jungle.
no,
Because I always
but
wanna keep the
you're not supposed.
Yeah, you mean the support, yeah.
Yes. Let me give me a second. I'm gonna find it. It's here. Can you tell me who is the support?
Yeah, he's not here right now. Walker.
He's not here. Okay. So I'm gonna send you.
You can send it to the general.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna send this video. The support needs to watch it. Okay.
I'm gonna tag him right now.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So this shouldn't work. Oh, you the jungler even died. Oof,
No,
that's
that
bad.
was my mechanical mistake. You can look at it. I queued 3 before flashing on the minion.
Ah,
was,
that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then you return farming. That's good. You're doing Grom first. Great. You're doing blue.
At that
Yeah.
exact point, that was called a mid gank there.
Did it work? What happened? Oh yeah, it did work. Okay. Well, you're kinda behind at this point, right? You're massively behind. Okay. So your bot lane
And
kinda.
I'm a bit late as well.
Yeah. Your bot lane kinda saved the day. Okay, now you're screwed. You have nothing to do. Right?
I think my raptor's about to spawn. Or not,
You probably just.
he took them.
Yeah.
He took them, yeah.
Okay, so at this point you have nothing to do. What do you do when you have nothing to do?
Yeah, sit IK in the bush on the main lane.
Yeah, or you can try to make the
Try to
Drake
gank
happen,
something.
but yeah, let's like
I
you're
think
very
that's the
behind.
exact thing we did, or we caught him on the Drake. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started doing it on the Vision. He's just
Okay, so let's see how the records went. Okay. So at 5 minutes, that's the last wave where you need to be recalling and to prepare the Drake. So Hui did his back, and Syndra needs to do hers, right?
yeah, and she did
Okay, that's great.
actually.
In bot lane,
And-
you have nothing to spend, so that's fine. But like they have like massive amount of gold, and they are like very ahead. The Drake is not gonna happen. Like you're so behind, the Drake is not gonna happen. So they should be looking for Drake at 6 minutes, right? At six
They
at
did.
this wave. Yeah, it's not this wave, it's this wave. This wave, they need to be hard shoving both of them and then joining for the Drake. And then they instantly blow up the Drake as soon as the jungler decides to go Drake. So what did the jungler do? He recalled, and that's his second clear. He started bot side, so he's just doing this and then instantly going Drake. He should have skipped this and just gone Drake. Right? But the issue is that
to be honest, I
their
don't think he's
laner is
gonna
not here.
take it. Yeah, he's not gonna
Yeah.
take it if he started.
Yeah, their laner is
The
not
bot is
here. That's
moving, the
probably
mid
why
has
he's doing this.
TP.
Yeah, you're right. The issue is that their laner is not set up correctly, right? But let's say they were, that would have been a very different.
Yeah, I mean, then we're basically fucked.
And now he needs to go level 5. Level 5. Now he's level 5. He can go it. He can do it again. So he's doing it. That's great. And there is nothing you can do. You actually kill them.
Yep.
Well, let's see.
I
Okay.
think we have the mid. The mid is nowhere, so they have like both of them have 15 seconds to roam or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they
Okay.
should both shot waves.
So here is
then
how
our
it's
mid
supposed to
was
happen. Midwave should be instantly shoved and instantly go
Midway,
to Drake,
yeah.
right? So it should go here and it should like walk here, put the thing, and then stay here and try to make something happen with the wave and have the push and have the priority. And Syndra should try to contest this, right? But realistically, Hui has way more wave clear than Syndra does. So it's difficult for Syndra to prevent him from going to Drake. Because like if Syndra tries to all in him, she doesn't have the damage. Like she's gonna do like half his HP, and like Hui can just like shove the wave. And if Syndra tries to do something, it just like R's her and he's safe. Right? So
Yeah.
realistically, Hui should try to make something happen and try to get the priority. And if he can't, then at least as Syndra you blew everything and you're low HP, and then you cannot help Drake, right?
But I think even if Huey did it, our Syndra is just gonna push it as well. She's gonna clear the wave as well. And then we're still on the move behind them.
Yep. But this shouldn't happen from Hui, right? You shouldn't let Syndra.
The problem is that there was a vision in that ward.
And now, like, since Hui is not here to help Volibear,
Yeah, he's just dead.
he's just dead. But if, for example, if instead
If Huey moved first, that's
Hui
not gonna
moves
happen because
first,
I'm in the
yeah,
bush,
he's here right now. Oh, Volibear is getting engaged, and then Hui is EE and then QE and then R's, and everyone blows up 2 passives proc, and then Kesa follows up, right? You probably one of you probably maybe Volibear still dies, but you also die as well, right? And then like just the Drake is cancelled. Anyway, that's good for you. Now, the issue that's gonna happen is that if you start Drake right now,
The issue is, yeah, we're too late. I was talking that in the comments as well. Because they are already respawned with fresh items, they're just gonna run at me.
there's 2 things. First of all, you're a bit too late to do Drake, and Alistar is very low, so it's difficult to Drake. Second of all, is if you do Drake and they decide to get grubs, they are getting grubs. right?
Yeah.
Because Brobs is spawning at 8 minutes. Like, you're gonna finish the Drake at 45. You won't have a respawn. There is no way you go to the Grobs and contest it.
I think the best option is here just skip this recall with Alice and go topside.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. So here what you should be doing is,
Me insta recalling and Alistair as well.
yep, as 3, you one-shot this wave. And then as Ornn, you one-shot this wave. And then everyone recalls, Ornn go bot, and you at 3 go top.
Yeah, but Torn is not in our team.
Oh. I
It's
bet
the
that
enemy
makes it easier. He's already recalled.
Yeah, it's even easier. Yeah, that's
Yep,
the
you just go
exact thing we were thinking. But the moment that crossed my mind was too late. Already, I was already walking to the bot side.
Yep. Regardless, if you're looking to do the grabs, bot lane should go top, right? Except in very rare cases, like for example, you have a Ziggs bot lane, or like a very weak ADC. Like what is weak in ADC? I mean there is not many weak ADCs. Every ADC is fine. Yeah, no. Let's say that you have Ziggs, and here you have Mbessa, right? Now the ADC is gonna have less impact, so you just like send the top lane, the
Yeah, well, I mean, we
support
want
in top lane, and then you just go top here, right? Anyway, I think you should swap here. But you go
And they just
Drake,
decide to
but
go
that's okay. That works. But then like they have grubs, right? And if you try
yeah,
to
lots of division.
contest, you're not contesting. Yep, you're never contesting this. You should get wiped for trying.
We did.
Let's
The
see.
problem is it's 4v4
Yeah.
and we are winning 4v4.
Oh, you're
But
not. You're not winning 4v4 with Hui having like I have a 3-man 2 passive proc. So okay, let's see from the
And
way
Hui got
Hui
last six,
perspective.
so-
Like now you're playing Hui. Let's see how you do. If Hui goes into this bush, oh my god. Do you see the angle?
Yeah.
Or just has to pray to go in and you just get wipes instantly. Like look at the angle. Like he needs to. This guy doesn't know how to play Hui. Right?
Yeah.
Because like if he EE right now,
that's true. Yeah.
you have like 4 people here
You're just
proccing passive on each other, and like instantly everyone goes half HP and Syndra goes like this. Right?
Yeah, you're dead.
And then Voli's R, and then Renata R. She's not 6, but Voli R, right? And Ornn goes in. Like you're getting blown up, by the way. They shouldn't be.
Guys as well. Look, yeah.
Like this guy Q. These guys did a QQ. He should have Q'd E, and then you're stocked, right? And despite him playing like very bad, you still get destroyed because Kai'Sa comes, which is, I think, a mistake. So, at this point, you're kind of happy, right? You lost 2 people, I think. Yeah, you lost 2 people, but you got a plate. Most of the grubs. She lost so much, and Hui blows his TP. Like, you're in a very good spot. Because they sent the ADC topside, right? So now that's good. If you look at it, I mean, you're still behind because she got the kills, right? But in XP, let's see, how is the XP? I mean, you were behind in lane, but at least you caught up from the XP loss that you had, right?
I mean, they're basically the same on the XP.
Yeah, but you were losing in lane. So
Yeah.
now you're... Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's just like, as Syndra, you just need to respect that the bot lane is here. Right? You're trying to engage on 2 of them. So yeah, you just get punished for this. Alright, let's see. Well, that's good. Okay, so now Drake is about to be spawned. Right? So if we look at the objective timers, 1 minute and 53. So you have like 2 waves. And then you need to set up Drake. Do you know how you're supposed to set up Drake?
First of all, just match the recalls.
Yeah, I mean,
then
ideally you
fuck
want to
them,
be the
yeah.
one triggering the recalls. You don't want to match them, you want to be triggering them and force them to match
Yeah.
it. Okay,
I mean,
what
we
else?
as a team should match the recalls.
Oh, you should all recall at the same time. Okay, yeah, that's good. What else?
And basically look for the vision and just fight for it. I mean, we already had the vision on the bot side.
Okay, so here is what I would left what I would left. Oh my god, what I would have liked to hear. All mid, right?
Yeah, for the prior and next wave as well.
Yep.
You're late too much.
So
And that's
now
basically
you
it.
need to not set up the vision because you want to be so like this pink is fine, this wall is okay, but you cannot do more than this. So now if you go to ward right now, so that's good. That's a good fight because Hoi is catching the wave. This ward should be going and this ward should be going as well. So like now that you will be fighting for the wave soon, right? She has time to just pop a sweeper and get rid of those two wards. That's useless. Those wards are useless. They're not doing anything. Because they're just gonna be swept before the wave arrives. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Like, she didn't see this ward. But, yeah. Now you're grouped for this. That's good. You have prio. That's good. You take the position. And then Syndra should be here, right? Syndra is late. Syndra should be here. And then you should be keeping the position here. So, let's see. As Syndra, you cannot get this wave. You just back off with your team and keep the position here. Because if you don't, now their team is going to engage on yours. Right? Now they should be engaging. They're flanked. Syndra is not here. Right? Yep. That's crazy you managed to do something. Crazy. From your perspective, if Syndra was here, you place yourself here and or whatever wherever.
Just like sandwiches.
Yep, and they just need to go on you and you just like go on whoever you want. Oh, you're 4 here, you just instantly go on Volibear, you one-shot him. In like those guys are gonna be late to come, right? Or you can even do the opposite, go on them. Right?
Yeah, the best option I think was Renata.
I mean,
Because,
Renata can R, right? So that's difficult.
Yeah, but really as well, you're not gonna kill Volley with his ult and bailout from Renata.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because you have a front to back team. So if Volibear is put
Yeah.
like low HP, you just get the Drake regardless. Right? But now you're in a position where.
Here.
What do you say?
I made a mistake here. I didn't pass ult to Renata or flash even.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
That caused my flashed also.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, things could have been played better, but that's the same thing. Like, Renata could have played better, Volibear could have played better, right?
I could play better as well. I didn't proc my ult as well before Renata's ult.
Like, Renata is pressing R without pressing Q. How you're supposed to play Renata is that you Q and then send the guy to stun and then instantly R, and you cannot dodge the R. That's how you're supposed to play Renata. So, yes, you could have played better, but them as well. That's why looking at how you played the fight doesn't matter. Because execution is going wrong in both parts. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes, yeah, basically.
Yeah. And then if you look at Hui, this guy does EE and then decides not to QE. While he could have procced passive on everyone, and then chipped everyone like this, right? And then he doesn't even proc W. Like, this Hui is AFK. Right?
I mean, yeah, they were pretty bad. But we were also as well.
Yeah, so that's my point. Like, yes, you're making mistakes, but like, they're AFK as well. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, this plant is very greedy, by the way. Yeah. Just a thing about Zaya. This is when you press R.
Yeah, I missed that point.
Yep. And now, as soon as you didn't press R, this is when you press R again. but you didn't press R, and now you're out of sight. Okay.
The thing is, the visual there may fade a bit because everyone was inside of each other. I didn't see Renata ult there.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Look
you-
at me and Huey, just walking both AFKing to the fight. We're just side to side.
Yeah. I mean, Hui. Oh my god, the Hui. It hurts. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Good job to you. Now you get the Drake. As Syndra, you don't help him. You just like push lanes. So Hui lose this, right? And then you reset. Like you helping for the Drake doesn't do much, right? You do like 2k damage at most. It's like it takes for Zinzao it takes like 3 seconds to do the damage that you did in 10. Right? Do you see how you're useless? And then now, oh, but I cannot push this wave anymore because he's TPing. Oh, I'm stuck in lane. Right? You're not recalling and now you're stuck. You're not recalling here. And Hui hasn't.
AFKing again.
Yeah, he's AFKing again. Like you have 2k in your inventory. He used everything. He just walks to you and kill you. Right? He's just AFK again. Anyway. That's good. I don't think you kill him, but that's good. Oh, you actually do. Wow. You have quite a lot of damage, actually. Oh, his flash was a bit... Yeah. Oh, that's... I mean, is there anything to look at anymore? Like, realistically, you're never gonna lose this game.
There was a breakpoint at the close to Baron Pit.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. Actually, I want to see the Drake. So I'm gonna see this. Alright, so the Drake is spawning in 1 minute. What do? You all recall, so that's good. As Syndra, do you need to recall? You do, so you press B right now, you're late. And then Zaya doesn't need to recall, but Zaya needs to give this priority. There is no point for you to walk forward.
I gave it.
No, yeah, now you waited, now that's good. Alright, that's great. Now Drake is spawning in 30 seconds, which means that everyone needs to come on this wave and get the priority, and then you go here and same thing as before. You just wait here and get the position and clear everything and make them face check to you. Right?
I think the problem is on literally most of the games we play, we are just ignoring the right way for the Drake. We are not grouping mid.
Yep.
Instead, we are grouping in the river.
Yep. The issue is that if the enemy is grouping in this wave, and you're not, like let's say they are grouping, even though like there are only two, Zaya is dead. If they keep going, Zaya is dead. If there are 5 here, and you're going like this, you're dead, right? And if you're not, are you gonna get the wave? No, you're not, because there are 5 here. And what do? They push. And they don't go Drake. And then you lose Inhib for Drake. And now what happens? Oh, they have perma mid pressure and they pressure bot and they get T2 and then they go Atakan and they do Atakan. And now they pressure the 2-lane setup in top lane and take this and this. And you can't do anything because you need to defend mid lane permanently.
My question is, how are we still the same on the cold?
What do you mean?
Aren't they supposed to be ahead or?
I
I mean,
they
we
were
do
ahead.
have 2 Drakes and the crabs as well.
Yeah, you're very ahead in objectives, and you were behind, and they throw their lead, right? So you have all objectives, and they throw their lead. Well, they have Herald, right? Did they use it already?
Yeah, they used it on the mid tier 1.
I see. Well, they probably used it like Yeah. Maybe they could have not waited. That's fine. Alright, anyway. You're here, not defending the mid wave,
Yeah, we
right?
just need to group every time
So
on the
they can
midway.
just ignore you and push. Because like if now you're okay, now you're defending the mid wave. Oh. They just go here and take this position, and then Syndra, they go just all in on Syndra and she's alone, or go in on your ADC that is not here, or your face check them, and they place a ping here. If you cannot walk forward, and you just do this thing, and then they place a ping here, and you cannot walk on this bush, and now you don't have Drake. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Realistically, Volibear is not here, and Ornn is not here either, so that's never gonna happen, and that's why you're 100% gonna get the Drake, because you're here first. Right? But this is another mistake from them. Okay, so now you wipe them. The Drake is 100% yours. What's your job, guys? Okay, top laner, what's your job? Is he here?
Nah, unfortunately not.
Okay,
Just
so it's ADC jungle and
mid lane.
mid lane. Okay. Okay, so as top lane is here, it just pushes. Jungle, what's your role?
My job is to secure the Drake here, I guess.
Okay, so you go
And
Drake.
then after, yeah, and after the Drake, just recall and look for that again.
Yep. Mid lane, what's your role?
Give me.
Trying to hold a mid wave if you need to push on bot and
Okay.
help.
What do you hover for? Right?
Not mid, bot.
Yeah, but you don't hover bot, you just push bot, right?
Yeah, like hover. I mean, push it in case. When I said hover, I meant push the wave so that I can get in position to cover my
Drake,
team and the Drake in case we have to
Okay.
take it.
So here is what I think. That's not correct because they have like everyone dead, so they are never gonna fight the Drake. So you just push and instantly recall. And top lane push and recall. And then where is the ADC? The ADC, maybe the ADC goes with Shogath and that you try to get the tower and then recall. Something like this. But what needs to happen is the jungler goes alone for the Drake because he doesn't need anyone else. The solo laners in the bot lane try to do something on the map, so they try to push and then either get a tower or get the camps, doesn't matter, do something, right? And the Alistar presses B instantly, now. And then he recalls, plays the vision everywhere for Atakan, and then recalls again with you guys. Okay? But now
I just
you...
started the camps.
Yep. And now, like, you have like 3 people or 4 people on the Drake. Syndra helping, and what did you do as Syndra? Let's see. You went here, used QE, and that's it. Right? You could have taken this wave instead. Because you're safe taking this wave, because they are all out of base, right? So you have time to get this wave. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, we were thinking to recall because Atakan was spawning soon. That's why.
Yep, but if Alistar recalled first, like before everyone, because like let's see what Alistar did of the time after the fight, right? So where is Alistar? Alistar is here. Okay, let's see what Alistar does. He walks, he put 1 Q, and then he walks, and then he presses B. Right? He did nothing. That was...
Here just insta recall and look for the vision.
Yep,
Before
exactly.
they get out of the base.
1915, and then he records here. That's basically 30 seconds. 30 seconds, he would be here already. Out of base. Right? Especially because they are the portal, so he would already be here. Placing vision.
Yeah.
And then you get the Drake, and then he records again, and you have like full vision, full fresh vision here.
Well.
And you have like your 4 walls again. Right? You have like 8, so you have like 7 wards, because like you have 3 wards placed and then 4 wards in the pocket, and then pink here. and then you have 2 pinks in your inventory when you come back. So you have like so much vision, and they are never gonna sweep everything away. So you have secured attack just from doing this, right? So as a support, you need to value your tempo quite a lot. See how now you're red side, but you don't have vision, right? You don't know if they're contesting or not. If you knew they were doing this, well, now you can enter this bush and catch Volibear. Do you see what I mean? Like you fight them. And this wall should be swept. Because you shouldn't have vision here, so you shouldn't be allowed to walk here.
The
Right?
thing is, we started Atakan so early, we couldn't just go there.
Well, you could though. You could because
we
Volibear could have recalled 30 seconds earlier. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying as 5 as a team you should be like sweeping this. Alistar can do the job alone. Because he's so far ahead in tempo. And now you're...
He was out of sweepers.
What did you say?
No? I thought he's out of sweepers.
Oh no, he has
With
2 charges.
it.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, and now you're in position where, well, that's a fight. That's a 50-50 fight again.
Then we just lose 2 members for nothing. I mean, we did get the attack, but it's still not winning.
Yeah, it's
That's
not...
what we wanted to do it,
I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, you had no reason to lose this fight. Because you
I
had...
wish we just sweep them and get the attack as well. But
Yeah,
we just
they're...
lost 2 members.
So you're first in the objective, making them face check, and for some reason they still have vision on you, and still have vision on the bushes that they need to face tank. They face tank, and okay, so now let's look at it. Right. So this would already be swept and have like, you know that you're here first, right? So now you concede because well you have to concede as a support, right? While waiting for everyone to come back. But now Syndra pushed, so they need to react. So now that you see them react, you all enter this bush, place a pink here and start attacking, and Syndra stays here, Alistar stays here, and as 2 you do Atakan, right? And Alistar and Syndra stays here, and if someone face check, you blow him up, right? Do you see what I mean? And even if you don't one-shot him, you just like put him midlife.
And yeah,
That's
you
enough.
make them like scared to face check it.
Yeah. And if Volibear still tries to face check, while you know that Kesa is mid lane, you just like stop Atakan and just all in on him. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Wait, why can I start it again? Oh, thank you. Right, and then there is like, what is this?
And yet again, we are not in the. I know.
Yeah, I like this. The issue is that you're giving mid lane. Okay, so
that's the problem quite a lot. We are doing that too much. Like.
yeah. So so that's good. But okay.
Oh, we should save 1 more wave.
You're doing here, and then Zaya use her tempo, not knowing what to do. Now you just go back as Zaya here, and then you just push this while your duo here just stays around in case you get engaged. If you get engaged, they help. If you don't get engaged and get the wave, then they just like go bots. Right? And as Syndra, you just respect while they get the mid wave. I mean, you don't even respect, you one-shot him. Right? Yeah, this is the issue, right?
Yeah.
There were no reason to get even remotely close to...
Oh my god,
that was
how
close.
close was my... Yeah.
Yeah, it was close. Alright, so let's see. Now, you have quite a lot of gold on you on the IDC, but apart from... now, you have quite a lot of gold on you. So you guys should have reset it before Drake, but That's fine. So you have the priority, and then you set a break. Well, Syndra should just go. Yes, you have TP, but that doesn't matter because you.
In the comms, we were talking to wait for the Cho'Gath reason and wait for the Cho'Gath to be with us. And
Yeah,
Syndra
but
should stay top.
okay.
I went top lane. I went top lane. So that Cho'Gath that doesn't have TP right now moves bot lane to help the team BS4. And if they, in case they need me, I TP also.
Okay,
but
but
I have time to TP because they don't get blown up.
yeah, but
They
the
can
top
set up,
laner
I
is
think.
dead, right? Which means that Shogas can just press B right now and help the team. There is nothing to defend top. But there is like a 4-man fight here that is gonna happen because they want Drake because that's Soul, so they are gonna fight it no matter what. So if you're here first, the top lane doesn't matter. Right? So your top
Because
laner
I
should
understand
just
as
press
well.
B. And now as Syndra, you don't have the position, right? So your team has the position as 3, while as Syndra you have TP, so you could TP, and you could just have walked, right? And now it would be 4v4, and they're face checking you, and then if Shogas decides to just go instantly instead of clearing the wave, you're 5 here, and they need as 4 to face check 5 member while behind, and this is solo. So these fights decide the game. Right?
That fight?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's the whole point, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So this is an issue that you guys are fighting
In a number
3v4
disadvantage.
on the last fight of the game. Do you see what I mean? And Syndra didn't even TP at all. And like this is not the time to trade this. You're in a winning position. You're not in a position where you should be looking to trade. Right? Like it would be a fun position if you were even, so you don't want to coin flip a 5v5. But if you 5v5 right now, you blow them up.
On the comms though, we said that they are waiting for Cho'Gath to go there. The fight was the mistake that was made. So my push, continuing pushing was because I saw that my jungler was dead.
Yep,
That was my
but your
mistake.
jungler is
I
dead
couldn't-
because you went top.
Or because they didn't wait Cho'Gath. One of the two.
Well, no, because if they wait Cho'Gath, what's happening is they back off because they wait Cho'Gath, and now they have
They
the
get
position.
vision.
They get the position, and now they have a chance to get back to in the game. Because if they have the position and then put a ping here, sweep everything here, and you're there, and you need to face check this, good luck. Because they have a Hui. You're not face checking a Hui. Right? Hui is the best champion as controlling space, and you're giving space right now. You're giving what Hui wants. Right? This guy should stop using QQ. Like, I don't know why he does this.
I mean, we got soulful.
Yeah, but they get Baron, right? And that's
Yeah.
all because you just mismanaged the top lane.
Maybe I could steal it. I could steal it for sure, but he stunned me before I could flash over the wall.
Yeah, I don't care. Like stealing is
Yeah, it's
irrelevant.
still a
You shouldn't.
50-50, yeah.
Yeah, you
Even,
shouldn't
yeah.
be in this position. And then you still win this. That's crazy. Like you really asked to lose this game, right?
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah, and then that's over. Well, so there is a few issues. First of all, there is definitely the mid wave, right?
But I myself realized that while watching this, we are not even focusing on that at all.
Mid wave, and especially last wave, right? We already talked about this. So next time, I want you guys to focus on this. Every single time there is a Drake, I want you to be here. I don't care if you think that's bad. Try it.
Let's go full mid. Full mid.
Yeah, you go full mid every time there is a Drake after the second Drake. So for third and fourth Drake, right? That's third and fourth Drake, right? And so on. So after the first Drake, and maybe after the Herald, depending on how the game goes, you all go instantly as soon as this is the last wave. So I explain again. Last wave is the last wave before the Drake spawns. So if the wave arrives in mid and 15 seconds is left, that's last wave. You all should be mid contesting this wave. I don't care how you do it, how you plan it, how is the side lane. If the side lane is bad and you're not contesting the last wave, then you're not contesting the Drake at all. Okay?
The Drake as well.
Yeah, the Drake at all. You're not just if you don't contest the last wave, you're not contesting the Drake. That's the rule. Okay? Right, so that's the thing. And the other thing is maybe a bit of drafting, right? So that's good. Like I can see the progress drafting. I can see the progress. You still have like some improvements to do. So that's good. That's very good. And then maybe a third point. What could I find? What did we talk about? Like assignments when you win a fight, right? So I don't know how to write it, but when you win a fight, everyone needs to know what he needs to do. So the jungler does the Drake, and no one needs to help. If everyone else is dead, there is no point helping the jungler doing the Drake. The jungler helps the Drake, and then the side laners are pushing the waves, and then the support is resetting to place vision, all this stuff, right? That's like roles after winning a fight. So you need to work on this. Okay? Any questions?
I mean, not really.
Okay, do you want me to take a look at the second game? I think one game is enough. Like you have like quite a lot to work on already.
Yeah, I agree.
Like maybe we could look at the draft.
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to look at the draft?
Yeah, just do a quick expectation on the draft, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so draft here. I'm taking open image. Right. Why is it so blurry? What? Okay, that's better. Right. So your blue side, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, so you first pick Pantheon. Very good.
Yep.
I like it. It's a flex pick. It can go top, it can go mid, it can go jungle, it can go support. This pick is wonderful. Really, really great job. And then they go Jinx, Viego. What are they looking to do?
They're looking for tempo.
What do you mean by looking for tempo?
One reset will drive them through.
Yeah, they are looking for reset. Very good. Which I don't. So, what did you mean by tempo? Did you mean reset?
Yeah, I mean the same thing.
Okay. Because like tempo is not reset, right? Tempo is being ahead on the map, while reset is blowing the fight up as soon as you get the first kill.
Yeah, sorry.
That's one
Right.
targeting, yeah.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. By the way, Lissandra is an insane pick for Viego and Jinx, because it makes it very easy to get one kill. So they really did a pretty good job at drafting. Like they have a very, very strong draft. Let's keep going. Okay, so into Jinx, you pick Caitlyn. Why?
We were looking for a safe pick in the lane.
Okay.
Yeah, and Caitlyn is one of them, I think.
Caitlyn is definitely looking to win the lane.
Yeah, that's why we.
Yeah, that's what we were looking
got
before even the
karma
game
with it.
started.
Okay, so you're looking to win the lane and abuse the weak laning phase of Jinx. Am I right?
Yep.
Yep. Decent. I agree. I like it. And then you play Karma. Why Karma?
Karma,
Caitlyn, I guess, and also flexible pick for mid lane.
What's your first point?
Good with Caitlyn and very good flexible pick for mid lane also.
Why is it good for Caitlyn?
Because the champions work well as a poke on the lane together.
That's
And it's good
exactly
for
what I
them.
wanted to hear. Caitlyn works only with a poke or a poke support. Karma pokes decently. That's good. That's great. You have a very strong bot lane. They're a very good job. And now they picked Lulu, so you should be blasting them. Okay, now from this point, what is your strength? What is your strength? What is their strength?
They need the first pick on the fight. We have good poking in this team fight.
I mean, just delay the fight as much as possible and poke them. They are just in the stare downs, something like that.
Yep. So you're looking to poke, right? And they're looking to fight front to back.
Yeah.
So what should you pick to counter them?
So we thought about them not for engages, basically. We didn't want them to have engages. We banned, as you can see, Ambessa.
Yep.
And we thought about Kisante or Malphite. We banned Kisante, they picked Malphite.
Okay. So is Cassante good into their comp? Into yours?
No, not really, but we just banned it because we know he's playing a lot of Cassandra, and he didn't ever play fucking Malphite, yeah.
Okay, so here is my point. If you pick Cassante and is good with Cassante, it doesn't matter because his champion is good at receiving engages, not to engage. So you should be happy him picking Cassante.
Yeah, but we were also thinking about picking Sion, so what was the perfect counter for Sion to ban it?
Yeah, but
So, because we
why
have to
would you
ban the
pick?
top tower.
Why would you pick Cyan though?
Yeah,
our
no.
top laner won it.
Well, basically,
Yeah,
top lane
I mean-
wanted to play Sion, but we always consider what we want and what we have. We thought that he wanted to play Sion, and Sion was not that bad here because I think it's decent, not bad, not very good. He can side lane very well, and also on team fights, he can give space to Caitlyn and Karma to deal damage while poking, because he can basically peel them. So that's
Okay.
what we thought.
All right. So two things. First of all, who is responsible for the drafting?
Kill by mid laner.
Mostly me, but sometimes I have to give up on teammates' decision.
Okay. So here is what I can tell you as a drafter. If your team agrees that you make the draft, you make the draft. Right?
Yeah.
Him wanting to play Sion and it's not good in your team, you should be like, yeah, but it's not good. So you're not playing Sion. And if he's
I
not,
think that for me as a jungle that's too harsh. He tried to do it with me, like going Jarvan every single, mostly games, and I can't. I like literally don't want to play it that much. Like
okay, but the issue is that he should not say play this champion when he doesn't play it. But you guys should all send him your champ pool, and he
that is
chooses
a
the
temple.
yeah, that's perfect. Is Jarvan your champ pool?
It is.
Oh well, then you play Jarvan. No,
Yeah,
you
it's
play
nothing
Jarvan.
that too harsh.
No, you play Jarvan. Because, okay, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Two things. First of all, are you looking to get better as a team?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to leave voice and join again. Wait me for 5 seconds
Yep, sure.
because you are lagging so much. I don't know why.
Me? I'm
All of you. Maybe
okay,
it's my network. I don't know. 1 second. Sorry.
Yep, okay. So, just so I continue on the point of you not wanting to play Jarvan. What's more
I mean,
important?
I can play German. That's not the problem. But basically, I don't want to play only German. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So here's what will happen. If you play Jarvan every game,
Like,
you're
learn the champ. Yeah.
yeah. No, that's not even what I'm gonna say. Is
Ah, well,
the person that is gonna draft, which is the mid laner right now, is gonna understand that Jarvan is not good every game. Right?
that also makes sense.
But if you just like, okay, as a drafter, if you just say no, I don't want to play this champion, the drafter cannot get better at the game. He cannot get better at drafting. It's the same thing as if you're. So I was talking about this yesterday with another team. I told them you guys need a shot caller, and they were like,
We already finished that. We already have someone.
yeah. If you have a shot caller, and every time the shot caller says we should fight, you guys say no.
Yeah, we go all in. No, we are.
There
listening
is
to him
no
and going
no. The shot caller said you fight, and if that's a
Yeah.
bad fight, then the shot caller knows and learns that he should not fight in this situation, and just the shot caller gets better over time. But you need to give the opportunity to the shot caller to learn shot calling. You cannot just avoid making mistakes. So if your drafter thinks that Jarvan is the best champion to blind every single game, you're gonna pick Jarvan every single game. And then there are some games where you're gonna get blasted and he's gonna be, oh okay, yeah, Jarvan felt really useless this game. Right? That's how you learn as a team. And yes, sometimes you're not gonna learn, you're not gonna enjoy the champions you're gonna be dealt with. That's just how it is. Because now the question is, do you prefer getting better or do you prefer enjoying the game? That's now you need to set up your priority straight. Is your goal getting better? Is your goal to get better as a team? Or is your goal having fun?
I mean, both, but mainly the getting better one.
Yeah, I mean that's priority, right? I'm not saying it's either one or the other, it's just which one is the most priority.
Yeah, getting better, yeah.
Yep, and if the answer is getting better, which it is, then you're playing Jarvan every game till your shot caller, not your drafter, thinks, well, maybe it's not good every game. And if he thinks it's good every game and he has proof that it's good every game, you're playing Jarvan every game. Because that's what makes you win.
Kilpin, he convinced me.
Yeah.
I have to start playing Jarvan.
So, and don't get me wrong, I think Jarvan is good, but not good every game. But
yeah, I think Jarvan is like too much on the engage dependent. I think Kilpin, you're like too focusing that it's in neutral. I don't think it's in neutral. That's my opinion.
Yep. So
I
I'll give you an example. Okay, I'm give you a very quick example. I think you already know. I like Azir Poppy. So let's say that, for example, they pick Varus, right? And you decide to play Azir Poppy.
Yeah, it's very good. Poppy is so good against Varus.
Yep. Now, they could play something that is like trying to counter Azir Poppy. So like they play like oh, that's not gonna be a good example. Okay, let's say that they troll pick for some reason, and they play Victor. Oh my god, I can't write. What the? Victor and Pantheon, right? You're picking Jarvan, by the way. They have 3 people that don't have any dash to get out of the Jarvan ult. You're getting Jarvan, right? It's just so good. Now, the issue if you pick Jarvan first.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's fine. You need to let your drafter try it. Yeah. Even if you think that's bad, you can talk about it. You can say before, like, okay, let's say that before the scrim, he tells you, I think I'm gonna first pick Jarvan, and you say, I don't think Jarvan is good because this point, and he says, I don't care, I want to try it. you're playing Jarvan.
Yep.
Right? And then you play Jarvan, and then they go full on engage. And now Jarvan is useless because he's very bad at disengaging and protecting his team because he's gonna R and block his own team, right? So Jarvan is useless at receiving engages, and now your drafter is gonna be so that's when Jarvan is bad. Okay, so I cannot B1 Jarvan. Okay, so now when I'm looking to play Jarvan, I'm gonna be on red side and try to play it here. Do you see what I mean? But this knowledge cannot come from not experiencing it.
Yeah, we have to try everything. Yeah.
When I started drafting, I was picking Jarvan every scrim. I was exactly the same because every pro, every tournament that you see, you have a Jarvan and he does so much. Right? It's like, Jarvan is so extremely strong. And you don't understand that Jarvan is not strong in every cases. Right? Now, it took time for me to understand that Jarvan is not good every game. So yes, you can B1 Jarvan, but you have to play around it. So your shot caller, not your shot caller, your drafter, if he wants to make a champion happen, here is what he should do. Okay. LOL esports picks. I don't remember where it was. Yeah, it's here. No, it's not here. I don't remember. It was on. I saw it the other day. Maybe I can find it again, because that's very important. But what I was.
PhD.
What did you say?
Maybe it was on PhD.
Maybe.
Right, PhD Pro Picks, maybe. I'm not sure if you saw that one.
PhD Propix.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's not it. No, that's not it. I really want to find it because it's important, so I'm gonna just look for it a bit. Was it this? Yeah, it's this.
Tandem. Okay.
Right, so where am I supposed to look at it? What is this? Where am I? I'm gonna just look for LCK, for example. LCK pick. All right. So that's what you want to be looking at, right? Right. So your goal is to see when are they first picking Jarvan. Okay. So that's ban 1, ban 2, ban 3. Okay. So that's first pick. Where is Jarvan? So now you can probably sort by champion somehow, but I don't know. I don't see it. So I'm gonna just do
I
it
don't
manually.
think there is a first pick Jarvan.
Yeah. If there is not a first pick Jarvan, why? Right? Can I search for Jarvan? No. There is probably a way to filter this by champions picked, right?
I think you have to click on them.
Yeah, but I
Okay,
need to
so
find the
one
Jarvan now.
Yeah, wait.
One thing I want to say is I have never told you to pick Jarvan first because blue
No,
side.
you never told me, but you're just like most of the times you're telling me Jarvan.
Or I am telling you on R2 or R3, but never mind.
It doesn't matter, right? Like you guys need to you guys need to be okay trying stuff from the like trappy. You need to be okay trying the mistakes of the others, right?
Yeah.
And
There is a Jarvan. There is a Jarvan.
which one?
Yeah, I have literally one game in front of your mouse. A bit up.
Around
Oh, yeah, here.
on K0, yeah.
That's the only Jarvan, really? Oh, that's the only Jarvan. And that was is that a pick? That was
Which
a pick.
isn't it this one?
Yeah, there is only one Jarvan. Well,
This is the
now,
pick.
yes, that's a pick. That was the bends. That's the bends. So if you look at how did R yeah. So their comp is this and this and this. So that's their comp, right? And if you look at it, dive, 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 right? So that's how you trying to make
But
a pick work.
isn't Charon also bad here because Azir can get out of the ult, Drax as well, Rakan as well, Ambas as well, and Sejuani as well.
Azir cannot get out of the ult because if Jarvan ults on Azir, Azir is stuck, right? So he just needs to flash out.
Can he WE or not?
No, because WE is stopped by people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, Jinx is immobile. Lulu as well, right? And Sejuani is the same thing. If someone is on top of her, she cannot get out. So I think Jarvan is fine. Like I don't know if there's a better pick, but regardless, that's how a pro player picked Jarvan. Now that's like a bit difficult because Jarvan is like only picked once. So let's say that instead you want to make work Azir. Okay, so like here you have all the Azir. Right, so here in R2 you have Azir Poppy. Okay. Here you have Azir with Mbessa and Kesa, so you have an Azir into a full dive comp. Like you have some Azir in first pick, in blind pick. And you have some Azir with like, I'm not gonna do everyone, right? But like you just look at Azir and see in which case he is picked. And try to see a pattern and see like when is he picked and why. And try to make up a why. It doesn't matter if it's true. It just matters try to make up something. And then you try to pick the champion in what you think is what happened, and you see if it works. Right? So that's how you're supposed to try. So like for example, let's say that you wanted to try Jarvan first pick, and you look at this and you don't see a single Jarvan first pick, you're already in a pretty bad spot, right? But you can still try to make it work. That's fine. I don't know where I was. Anyway, so that's what I was trying to say. Just to finish the draft, they were trying to full engage. So you're trying to full disengage. That's why Cyan, I think, is not the best pick. Like, let's say that you have like Set or Cassante or anything that is very good at giving space and disengaging. And as a mid laner, you get something that defends and protects, right? So you want to be fully in protect or fully in disengage. So like for example, Hui is very good again. Or something that pokes and protect well. Syndra is fine. Talia is good. You don't know, Talia is a bit hard. Azir is very good, right? Something like this. Something that disengages and still try to get some poke down. Do you have any question?
Not really.
Me either.
Do you have any
I can
thing
ask
that you
one
want to
thing.
say? Yep, sure, go for it.
We were talking with the other coach yesterday. I started the boot rune this game.
Oh
not
yeah,
Battle
we
Temple.
had we had a 2 hours. I mean, not that much, but we had a talk about the runes. Can you? I'm gonna send you the screen right now.
Yeah, go for it.
1 second. Was it the last game? That's right.
Yeah.
The Caitlyn one.
Yes. I mean, I may be wrong, but
I sent it to you in the DM.
let's see.
To be honest, I agreed with what he said yesterday. Like, if
On
you
the
want,
runes,
especially if you want to win lane and scaling there, you need to have lethal tempo.
Okay, what's your argument, guys? And what is his argument?
I think
The argument is, I started the boot rune this game, and the coach said you need to always play Lethal Tempo. I forgot the name. Yeah, the fleet.
Yeah.
you took the fleet footwork,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do
Oh,
you?
that's what you mean, the boot
Uh,
thing. Okay, I see.
What I think is they have like Malphite, Viego, and Lissandra all in champs, and if I won't be in long fight with Lethal Tempo in a fight if they play good.
Okay.
That's why I got my fleet to work at the lane and
Okay.
bond lane.
So here's what I can tell you. Your role in this game, and as this bot lane, is to shit on them because you get outscaled anyway. Maybe not as Caitlyn, because Caitlyn is scaling very well. But Karma gets outscaled quite hard by Lulu. His Jinx is an hyper carry, right?
Yes.
So you want to be managing the fact that you're very much stronger than her in early game. Is your rune doing this?
I mean, with fleet, I can go and back. I always do.
I went back and forward.
Okay, now question. Can you maybe you could have played later tempo, which I think is not bad, right? You could also have played press the attack.
Is
Yeah, I
the
see this
dark
press
harvest
attack
still
point.
What
No,
is
no,
it?
I don't play.
is the dark harvest still thing on Caitlyn or not?
Yeah, but Dark Harvest is scaling, so that's not what you want. Same thing. Like one thing that is played is, what is it again? First strike. But first strike
I'm thinking
is
press attack
scaling.
would be better.
So you don't think press the attack is better? Then you go lethal. But you need to have something that wins the lane.
I think pressed attack is better than my fleet.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, then you go press the attack. It doesn't matter. You just need to have something that is aligned to what you want to be doing this game. So if what you want to be doing this game is win the lane, you have to pick a rune that makes you win the lane.
But why is fleet footwork not doing that? Isn't it like still the same thing?
It doesn't give you this extra damage that
Yeah,
you need. It's more for defensive purpose.
exactly. Fit footwork is a neutralizing rune.
I mean, I'm asking. I don't play that much in the jungle.
Yeah, that's fine. So this rune is good for neutralizing, and it's also fine at scaling because it gives you more speed. But it's not early game focused. So if you see someone with Hail of Blade against someone with Fleet Footwork, who wins?
Yeah, probably Hail of Blades, I guess.
Yeah, Hail of Blade is full early game focused, right? So I'm not saying take Hail of Blade. I'm just saying take something that helps you win the early game. And Hail of Blade is probably not good as Caitlyn anyway. I think press the attack is good or little tempo, depending on what you want to play. Does that answer your question?
Does.
Right? Any other question?
No.
All right, then I think we're done for today.
Yep.
All right.
Try to work on the
Yeah, we
definitely
have
the
to
last
work on
wave.
the mid lane. Yeah,
Yeah,
mid lane wave.
That's the most important thing, definitely. And yeah, be okay to make mistakes and have your teammates make mistake. They need to learn as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're fine with that.
All right, if you're fine with this, like go all the way with this, and if you have like something that you don't want to play because you think it's bad, you still play it and do shit in the game and tell him, yeah, it felt horrible. Here is why it felt horrible. And maybe your drafter is gonna be, oh, I think this is because we played incorrectly. We should have played this way. And next game you play it again. and then try to play it differently. And you do this like a few times, and if it
Yeah,
still
hopefully it
doesn't
won't
work,
last long.
and if it still doesn't work after 3-4 times, you're like, yeah, maybe it doesn't work. And if your drafter still wants to go for it, and at this point you need to tell him, you need to have a real reason why you think it's good, and you have to convince me why do you think it's very good. Like, you tried already, what's make you believe that it's very good, right? And if he has arguments on why he believes that it's very good and it's just execution that makes it hard, then there is few things to say. First of all, a game plan that is hard to execute is not a very good game plan, because you want to have the best game plan possible, which is the easiest to execute, right? And the second thing is, if you cannot execute it well enough, maybe just you need to say, yes, maybe you're right, the pick is very good, but I'm just not good enough to play it right now. And you will have to wait for me to improve before trade it again.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I have also one question.
Yep. What's up?
What do you think is the fastest way for chemistry and to get better at the game? Is it just by doing 2-3 Scrim games on Scrims every day, or just doing one per week and just playing flex games?
I think flex games are very good. First of all, I think flex games are extremely good after a coaching session, because you are like in an environment where you can force things and try stuff, and you don't have to win the game. You just have to try, right?
Yeah, the problem for the flex game is I'm like I can't play like flex games like on the level I play as well in everything else in the soccer or something. It's just not the same feeling. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
I'm not that much focused.
I understand what you mean. But what I want to say is that's something that you need to fix, which means that you need to play at 100% of focus regardless of the situations. And what I mean is, if you're looking to learn a particular skill, and the skill is, for example, being 5 on midwave, it does not matter if you're feeling bored in the game. If you're focused on this skill, and like, let's say that usually you don't have one skill. So like, for example, let's say that you have like in the early game, so like this is like minus 15 minutes, right? And this is like after 15 minutes. So before 15 minutes, you want to be recalling at 5, to do Drake at 6, and then lane swapping top and bot at 7, and then do grubs at 8, and then lane swapping at 11 or 12, I don't remember the timing exactly, to do Drake at 12, I think it's 12. I'm not sure, right? So that's your game plan. It does not matter who is against you, because the game plan is never involving the enemy team. Do you see what I mean?
Yep.
So you're right that you're not gonna be as focused, but on the flex
I
games,
mean, it's not just that. It's like in those once you play scrims against someone, they're like already coordinated and stuff like that. They already played it with each other. They are full pre-made like, and then flex game you might get like with the field guys.
Okay.
That doesn't even coordinate together. So I don't think that's a good view. You can't practice that much in the flex game for me.
What Extract says is that it's too easy in flex games.
Yeah, okay. And here is what I'm gonna tell you about this is, what you're looking to do is not having challenge, it's to build habit.
Yeah, that answers, yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's easy or if it's hard. It doesn't matter. You just need to think to apply those steps, right? So that's the steps. And in between every flex, you take 5 minutes, you look at it, okay, what did we do good? What did we do wrong? When swapping, did we miss? Yes. Why didn't we swap correctly? Could they react? Like all those questions, right? And then you try stuff. Like it doesn't matter if you're if you're stomping them or not. It doesn't matter. And now, like let's say that you did this like 10 times, right? And you're like, I'm very good at this now. I have all the lane swapping down.
Yeah, but my point is, they are not gonna contest it. Like, what happens if in the flex game we swap, we did everything, they're not even contesting it. And let's say in the scrims they're gonna like swap or something like that.
Well,
You're not gonna get used. You're gonna get confused or something like that.
okay, question. When you go in flex or when you go in scrims, do you swap?
Yeah, sometimes. Not every time. Like when the timing is perfect, but we're not forcing it.
Okay, so if the enemy team is forcing it every time, you're gonna lose. Because if you're doing the swap correctly, the moment you swapped, they don't have time to react. That's why those timings are here. Right?
After one question. After what time in game does the lane swap detection appear? The one does it disappear?
I don't know,
That's
like
my
it's like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, 4 minutes, something like this.
Yeah.
So you can swap very early. Right?
Yeah.
It's probably like the first 4 waves, something like this. I think mid lane it's 215, something like this. It's just for the early game. So yes, people are not gonna in how can I say this? In flex, they are not gonna react if you do it correctly. Now, question: in flex, in scrims, do they react when you do the swapping?
They did 2 or 3 times. They did it as well.
Okay? And the question now you need to ask is, why did they react? Did they react because you gave them the time to react, or did they react because they did
Yeah,
them at the
probably
exact same time as you, right? And this, if you're swapping and they have time to react in scrims, don't you think they're gonna do it in flex?
I mean, yeah, they might do it as well in flex.
And if you're swapping and they're swapping as well in flex, don't tell me it's just because they are good. No, it's because you gave them the opportunity to.
Yeah, that's the normal mistake. Yeah,
Right?
makes sense.
So, and you don't need to you don't need them to react. You just do the swapping and then do the review, and you're like, you just like put in the vision of the enemy. So like let's say you're red side and you swap, you put the blue side fog of war, and you're like, okay, now I see them swapping. Do I have time to react? And if you do, then you did something wrong. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
So you don't need the enemy to be involved. That's why I think to trying to implement the concept that you don't have down yet, flexing is better just because it's faster to iterate, right? Like when you do a scrims, you have 10 minutes to get
Draft.
10 minutes to get everyone here. Then you
Yeah,
have
then
like
also the
10
draft.
minutes draft. Then
Then
you
get
have
ready.
5 minutes for the top laner to go pee. And then you have 5 minutes of pause because the support forgot that while the top laner was peeing, he needs to pee as well. Right? And now you have like 20-minute lost. That's a game.
Yep.
Right? So it's just faster to iterate. That's it. And also you can just you can work on multiple things. So let's say for example, you want to try a new combo in bot lane and you want to try the famous Draven Kalista. Right? Not saying that you should.
What do you think about the double mage bot lane? Anivia or Ken or something like that?
I don't think it's very good. Because first of all, support mage first. Mage as support is not scaling very well. And it can be countered. So as a counter, it can be good. But as just like every game, I think it's not good.
That crossed my mind because it's like too easy to execute a draft.
Yeah, and
Sure,
also,
basically.
if they pick a tank, who is killing the tank?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. So, let's say that you want to play Draven Kalista. If you're in Flex, you just pick Draven Kalista every game.
Yeah, you don't care about the enemy picks.
Yeah. And what you want to be doing if you're playing Draven Kalista, for example, if you want to ban something that is not good, into Draven Kalista, because you want to have the enemy picking something that is good into Draven Kalista,
So we can practice it as well.
so you can practice hard matchup and see how it goes. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So yes, to answer your question, Flex is better to implement the concept at first, and then Scrims is better at looking at the limits of your testing and seeing your mistakes more exploited, if that makes sense. But realistically, right now you're like below diamond or diamond, something like this.
Yeah.
You're
Emerald
between
average.
emerald and diamond, right?
Yeah.
You're screaming against people that are basically the same level as you, right?
I mean, the problem is we aren't screaming the same people. That's the problem. We're
Yeah.
screaming way higher people and we're getting gapped. I mean, not always, but yeah, sometimes.
Okay, so let's say that you scream against a diamond to master. Diamond to master is not high enough if they don't have a coach telling them that they need to work on lane swapping and stuff and how it should go. If you look at a random pro game, right? So I can make the argument right now, right? So let's do it. Lolly Sport. And that's what something that you could be doing as a team. Just as five, you watch a team and look at the macro of the guys and get a conclusion. So let's go in the LCK, right? And then let's take this game for example. It doesn't matter which game. Okay, the game starts and you go, and then you go at 8 minutes. Oh, that's the bot lane here. They swapped. Why did they swap? How did they swap? Why did the enemy bot lane still in bot lane? Why didn't they react? What happened? Try to draw conclusions, see if it works, and then try to implement them later. Right? And if you look at 8 minutes, 8 minutes. That's the two top laners, and the bot lane is top, right? So now you see that the bot lane is top. Okay, so it's 5 minutes. The bot lane is here. When do they reset? They should be resetting at the minute 7, right? So you look at it. Minute 7, they reset go top. Right? So they are here to contest the wave for the grubs. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what you should be doing.
But
Trying
isn't
to
it
see
also
what
sometimes also good to swap mid lane instead of the top lane? For example, if you have like Mbessa top, and you have something useless on mid that's scaling, like
Okay.
Veigar for example. Don't you want to have?
Here is one of the main reasons why you want to swap the top laner and not the mid laner. If they cross map, the top laner is difficult to dive.
Oh yeah, that also makes sense.
Right?
Yep.
But yeah, you could be trying this. You're like, I disagree with the pro, which you could be like, the pro are not necessarily doing everything that is right, right? They could be doing mistakes, and no one knows about it. And maybe you're like,
Yeah, because no one tried it. Yeah.
yeah, because like they're scared to try, like for multiple reasons. Doesn't matter. My point is, if for some reasons you think that you should be swapping mid lane, then you try it and see when it goes wrong. And if it goes wrong at some point, you're like, oh, that's why. And then maybe you're like, oh, but if that's why, maybe what should happen is we should swap the support only, and the mid laner goes bot, and the top laner stay top, and I don't know, like I'm saying random shit, right? But what I'm saying is, if you're trying stuff and it doesn't work, it can give you other ideas to what to try next. So if the pros are doing something and you're like, why are not they doing something? Try it and you will see by yourself why they're not doing it. And maybe you will find something that is good that the pro just didn't think about it. That does happen. Like, do you remember the blue Ezreal stuff? That was like a random bronze guy. And people were like, oh, that's actually good.
Yeah.
Right? So this is not because the pro are not doing something that is necessarily bad.
I mean, I'm doing that in the jungle and then I'm getting flamed.
Yeah.
I picked Yasuo jungle one time. And never again.
So yeah. So I think one thing that you could be doing, one of the question was, how do we get better as a team? And one answer is, yeah, play more flex, because that's most of the learning goes into flex. Because Scrims is looking to get into like stronger opponents. But the issue with this is you want to get in against stronger opponents when you have when you have already applied the stuff and you want to limit test it. Okay? It's gonna be different when you will be higher elo, because at this point you will have most of the fundamentals down. But at this point, screamings against people that are Emerald or Diamond or Master, they won't be good enough except if they have a coach to be good at lane swapping, for example. Because that's higher concepts, right? And those concepts are only found if you watch pro play and ask yourself, why are they doing stuff that they're doing? And usually, people that are on teams and don't have a coach don't take the time to do this, because that's the job of the coach, to actually look at pro play matches and draw conclusions and try stuff. And for example, when I have a team, I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I want to do this and see how it goes. It's the same thing. I'm doing mistakes, and I need you guys to follow my course and let me make the mistakes to understand why this is a mistake. That's the coach as well that does this, right? So to answer your question again, this is something that you can do as five, as a team. Watch a team. Everyone watches the game, and ask himself, what are they doing? Why are they doing it? What conclusion can I take? And maybe one of you guys is gonna see something and is gonna, oh, I have an idea. Maybe we should try to do that what they just did here. And this is why I think they did this. And this is how I think we could implement this on our games. And then you go in flex and you try. And if it works, great. If it doesn't work, why it doesn't work? Okay?
You?
Right. I think we can stop. Again, do you have any question?
Good, I
Me?
think.
Right.
I don't have any.
Right. If no one has a question or a comment, GG's. Thank you for today.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good
I
luck
don't have a
in.
comment. I don't
Yeah,
have a
sure.
comment. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Oh no, yeah, sure. What I think you should be doing is try to implement what we said, and then next week, doesn't matter when, like during the next week, we just meet again and see how the concept went. So what I would ask you to do is on your
So just focus
Discord,
on
on the Discord, you create a channel where you list the goals for the week. Okay?
I'm gonna create it.
Yep. And then next week I'm gonna come back and then watch the thing that we said we said, and was like, okay, that's what you were looking to do this week. And then I'm gonna
Okay.
review it, and then you're gonna keep doing it, even if it's good. You're gonna keep doing it for the next
Until you-
week, and after the 2 weeks, we're gonna try to look for something else. Okay?
Yeah, sure, but the question is, what's the goal for the next week?
For the week coming right now?
Yeah.
Well, as we said, first of all, it's mid wave. Mid wave. That's the first goal. Second goal is last wave. And the third goal is what's called again? Lane swapping.
Assignment.
And rolls, I think we said.
What did you say?
Rolls also. Like,
Yeah, the
what
assignments
to
of the
do
everyone.
after
Oh
you
yeah,
kill them or what
that's
are the...
starting to be a lot. Okay, so the lane swapping is before 15 minutes, so minus 15 minutes, right? So at before 15 minutes, you focus on lane swapping and resetting at 5 minutes and 7 minutes and stuff, like everything we said today, okay? And after 10 minutes, after 15 minutes, plus 15 minutes, this is what your focus is shifting to, right? And the fourth thing, that is 15 minutes again, is after winning a fight. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's like plus 15 minutes.
Just a second, let me screenshot it.
I mean, I think you should like rewrite it so it's clear.
Okay, I can do that. Cool.
Yeah. I can just like screenshot it for you. Did you screenshot it already?
I did.
Okay, that's great. Right. So you can just like rewrite it like betterly worded and stuff, that you have like clear goal, clear minds. So like for example, I said lane swapping. So lane swapping is like, it's more like set up objectives, right? So what I mean by lane swapping is like everyone records at 5 minutes, and then you do Drake at 6 minutes, and then you record at 7, and then you do grubs at 8. You remember this, right?
Yeah.
So you do this. This is what you work on. This is what I meant by lane swapping. This is just objectives, right? So you want to have a detailed plan of what you want to be applying, and then you apply it, and then you review it, right? So that's apply, review, and then apply again. Right?
Yep.
That's what you want to be doing this week. So yes, you could be doing this in Scrim, but it doesn't matter. Right. I'm gonna go. Good luck in your learnings. And just so you know, so next week, what I'm gonna do is different from usual. I'm just gonna open the game, take
And
the
review
points
the
that you
points.
need to
Yeah,
be working on,
just that
and
point,
just review just review the points. I'm not gonna try to give you new learning points. I want you to really focus on this and be very good at this in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I want you to do this without even thinking about it. That's your goal. Make it a habit. So if you need to do it 30 times, right? If you need to apply it 30 times for it to become an automatic, something automatic, do it. I don't care. Do it. Do what it takes. And if in 2 weeks you still struggle with it, plus 1 week. And we keep at it till it's good. Okay? But you need to make this review process to make it good. You cannot just like do it every time and don't review it, and you're like, oh, we're just doing games and not reviewing it, and it's gonna get better eventually. No. You review every game. Okay?
Yep.
Right. Good luck, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you. See you.
See you.